West Asia is on edge. The fear of an all-out war between Israel and Hezbollah is looming large. This after a rocket attack in Golan Heights killed 12 teenagers and children. Israel has blamed Hezbollah for the strike, and the Security Cabinet, it's now authorized Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to decide on the manner and timing for retaliation. Meanwhile, President Recep Tayyip Erdogan has said Turkey may enter Israel to help Palestinians, as it has done in the past in Libya and Nagorno-Karabakh, though he did not spell out what sort of intervention he was suggesting here. My name is Hem Kaur Saroy, and for more on this, we're now being joined by Professor Scott Lucas, joining us live. He is a professor of international politics at Clinton Institute University College, Dublin. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me here.
Sir, now my first question to you, do you think the attack on Golan Heights marks a new phase of tension in West Asia? Do you see this as an escalation of an all-out war?
Well, since October 7th, with Hamas's mass killings in Israel, and then Israel's 10 months of mass killings in Gaza, we have had skirmishes between Israel and Hezbollah on the Lebanese border. More than 350 Hezbollah fighters have been killed, about 100 civilians inside Lebanon, about a dozen Israeli soldiers. But of course, the symbolism of that killing of 12 juveniles aged between 10 and 20 on that football field in the Israeli-occupied Syrian Golan Heights raises that question of, okay, is this going to be the catalyst for a wider war? From the point of view of Hezbollah and its backer, Iran, I don't think so. I don't think they want that direct confrontation with the Israelis, because Israel has far more firepower, and because Hezbollah is within a Lebanon that, even before the latest cycle of violence, was in deep economic trouble. From the Israeli point of view, I think it's always been a problem whether they fight a two-front war with the ongoing military operations in Gaza, as well as then invading Lebanon. I think the Israeli military is loath to do that. But of course, now there will be pressure on Prime Minister Netanyahu from parts of Israeli society to show a very aggressive response against Hezbollah. And of course, Netanyahu, who is in serious political and legal trouble, he may see the risk of a two-front war worth it for his own personal future.
Right, sir. Let's also talk about Turkey's involvement here. President Recep Tayyip Erdogan said Turkey may enter Israel to help Palestinians. How do you assess that?
Well, with respect, Turkey's President Erdogan always likes to feel he's important, and he always likes to make dramatic statements. Certainly for the sake of playing to his domestic audience, to try to boost himself at home. And Turkey has its own serious economic issues. And to project himself as a leader in the region, he will say, yes, we will intervene, we will defend Palestinians. But you raise the important question, which is how? You know, are you actually talking about sending Turkish troops into Gaza? Are you talking about sending Turkish workers to go in and deliver humanitarian aid in Gaza? What do you mean when you say we will come in and defend Palestinians? The fact is that the international community is already invested in trying to get a ceasefire in Gaza, one which is largely not happening because of Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu. Erdogan can't, I think, do much of significance to shift the balance between where we are with respect to Israel, with respect to Gaza, or with respect to Hezbollah in Lebanon.
Right, so do you think this latest escalation raises the prospects of Iran's regional proxies, the accents of resistance getting involved further? Do you think Israel is equipped to deal with that?
Well, Iran's already involved in the political sense, of course, and in the advisory sense to Hezbollah. But that's far different from Iran saying to Hezbollah, go get them, go strike the Israelis, do it for the axis of resistance. In fact, Iran has held back from that for 10 months. Again, given that Iran is going through a lot of domestic changes, it has just changed its president, with the reformists taking office, surprisingly, with the question of how Iran's military will respond to that new president. With Iran facing serious issues with its currency, with inflation, with ongoing protest within the country over social issues, no, I don't think Iran is going to be prodding Hassan Nasrallah and Hezbollah to go further with military action. Instead, Iran will try to use this politically to say, look at these victims, look at these, all these people in Gaza who've been killed by Israel. We stand with them, and they'll try to get a political benefit from that.
All right. Well, Professor Lucas, thank you so much for joining us on WION World is One with your insights on this.
Thank you.
For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.